feel charming, oh so charming. It's alarming how charming I feel, and so pretty that I hardly can believe I'm real. Such a pretty face, such a pretty dress, such a pretty smile, such a pretty feel. I feel stunning.
Who else but Melissa McCarthy playing Sean Spicer this weekend on SNL? What happens is the president threatens to cancel the daily briefings. As they say, you cannot make this up. Dominic Carter, political journalist and author, and Andrew, who you already saw here earlier, join us now. And by the way, guys, I promised phone calls earlier this week here, and we're all geared up for it. We have technical problems, so believe me, I'm not doing the fake news here. I'm definitely going to open up the phone lines. Hopefully we'll have them corrected for the beginning of next week here, but apologize in advance. I will get to some of your emails in a moment. But guys, I don't know what kind of surreal world we've gone into, but I will tell this for the SNL folks. Don't write your scripts until Saturday midday, because something else will happen between now and then. I said it to Andrew, the idea that, let me just say this slowly, the president was asked in a softball interview, shameful, I'm sorry, by Jeanine Pirro, my God, oh, because you're so busy, is it past presidents have done a lot more than he have in a far more competent manner, Republicans and Democrats alike. So let's disabuse ourselves that he's too busy to get the facts right, to let alone communicate with the staff. We have been lied to all week long. It started with, well, we did it because he was too harsh on Hillary Clinton. That was the original reason, without exaggeration, why Jim Comey was fired. Then the timeline started changing, then the letter, then it was Rosenstein's fault because he gave the letter and the president acted on that, and then the president couldn't help himself when he goes before Lester Holt to say, no, I'm my own man. I'm the boss. Maybe I should just do the press conferences because God knows he needs the glucose of TV or people paying attention to him. But Dominic, now the idea is because they can't get their lies straight, they're going to stop communicating with the American public and cutting off the press conferences?
Richard, the president...
You know what? I'll answer my question. He won't do it because he can't stand people not talking about it.
He may do it. He may do it. But the president, and here's why he may do it, because he's so angry that he's not able to outsmart the American people and the American media, that he's grasping for straws at this point. The president, Richard, has greatly expedited his own demise. You would think that someone in the room would have said, Mr. President, if we get rid of Comey, all of this goes into overdrive.
And by the way, where's the chief of staff? That's the chief of staff's job.
Right.
Reince Priebus was supposed to be the guy to say, are you crazy?
Well,
don't do this.
He took the loyalty pledge that Jim Comey wouldn't take, so you know, he can't tell truth to power. And I don't think there's anybody in the president's inner circle who can. And the idea that they would cut off press briefings, I don't believe it for a second. I think the White House is in full disinformation, whatever else we can get out there to try to cause any other scandal that takes any attention away from the Comey mess. That's why McMaster was at the beginning of the daily press briefing. They're trying to make the focus on the foreign trip to Saudi Arabia. Oh, the president's going to go to holy places for Muslims, Christians, and Jews next week. What a great guy. That's why they're threatening to cut off the press briefings, because in the past when they talked about not doing press briefings, that led to a whole First Amendment debate, and the press started investigating itself and figuring out what this means for the future of the Republic. They are throwing whatever they can out there to try to squirrel.
You guys are both really good at the following. Come Monday or Tuesday when they get back in session, will we have one or two or more Republicans, because they're going to be asked on this in the local Sunday talk shows, they're going to be asked on the Meet the Presses, the Face the Nations, you know, etc. Are more Republicans going to say we need an independent prosecutor this weekend? Come Tuesday, will the number have grown by a trickle or by a lot?
I don't know if by Tuesday, but it's definitely coming. The only thing that can save this president at this point in time is that his party has the majority. That's the only thing that's keeping this administration going.
Well, I'll get into the investigative complications in next segment, but you don't think a big number of Republicans?
Not by Tuesday. They're trying to hold on. They're embarrassed Republicans. They've run for cover What do you say? Let's imagine you and I, Republican. What do you say?
I just think, forget about, Andrew, that it's the right thing to do. Forget about morality. Leave that all to the side, country before party. Politically, especially for a senator, it's the right thing to do because you don't know with this president and this White House, A, what they'll say next, and I'll say today was damaging what they said, but B, the next shoe to drop.
It depends on the numbers. It depends on no senator, no member of Congress is going to make a decision like this unless they fear the electoral consequences. We're just now at the point where the rolling polls, the polls that are the daily polls on the president, will start to actually take into account the Comey firing. Those numbers will start. If we start to see a dip in the numbers, you'll start to see an increase. You'll start to see an increase, but the Comey hasn't been factored into that
Fine
yet.
enough. We
You'll
showed
start
earlier,
to see an increase in Republicans
from a
walking
party
away.
thing, and I agree with the non-specificity of it all. Okay, and it's May, a year and a half before the May. I get all that, legitimate. But my point is, I am so nervous. You wouldn't act the way he's acting if there's not some there. Okay. Let's not go into the conspiracy theories. No rational person, I know he's irrational, but no even irrational person would be doing what he's doing unless there's a real legitimate concern that there could be and will be some substance that comes out. We're going to take a quick break here, but when we come back, I'm going to talk to these guys about where the investigation may go from here, and some new things that happened today that could open up a whole nother Pandora's box. Stay with us.